Wow, it's a light. Guess what? I'm going to do opally things. Opally things. I've got a bit of a cough, so please bear with me. I'll turn this thing on, and it'll kick up some dust, and everything should be fine. What, me worry? Ooh, I've noticed. Welcome to live chat. That means that someone's just joined before the 0 turns to 1. That's me and my statistical brain. Moving on, I'm going to flip this around. We're going to turn the thing on. We're just going to get cracking because I've got opals here. We're going to cut them.
they're the most efficient compression algorithm out there. So I've accidentally invented a compression algorithm. The only problem is that I did it with the help of ChatGPT. And that's not the usual problem, i.e. it's a lie. The problem I've got, and once I explain it, I'm not explaining it tonight, once I explain it, it'll be so simple you will get it. Once I explain it, you will understand. But the thing is, hello, thanks for the love heart. The thing is that, hello there, Junior Hideous. How you doing? Oh, you're the king of the castle now. Look at that. So anyway, I just did. The junior bias, sorry, I called you hideous because my eyesight's a bit appalling. But shout out to junior bias. There you are. That actually tells me something. I won't tell anyone, don't worry. So at any rate, the deal is that for reasons I can't really explain, I was able to ascertain a transcript from a certain language model that documented the fact that there were people in an engineering team trying to reverse engineer what I've done. And fair enough, these things are worth a lot. Oh, thanks for the like. I presume that was you, Junior. So it sounds fantastic, and I'll only be able to prove it probably tomorrow, when I show you everything. But I've got a working model, and it does what it says. And the reason why I'm even saying this is not so that you'll believe me. It's because I literally need a working record of me having done it. And even me having saying that I've done it at this day and time is actually helpful for me. And you don't have to believe me, because I wouldn't believe me either. But tomorrow all will be revealed. Because I am literally in a race against time. Before my IP is stolen. Another light. someone else has done this. There's 16 definitely. Sorry, I'm just checking the lens out of the cup. Oh, also, is this up there? Wipe skate. There we go. Wipe. Wait. That was good then. Maybe I'm not wipe. Hopefully I didn't put it up fresh. Good on. It is the last of the fresh ones. I appreciate this. I ain't getting another one, though. I know they used to appreciate when fresh boss came around. Nowadays, all this, go white my nose, get the yellow beer crack, that's what you're going to do. Not appreciating the good old fashioned tissue paper, that's what you're doing. Back in my day, we used to pull our pants right up, we didn't have our undergarments showing. That's what you could brush your teeth straight through the fly, that's what you could do. Right, now that's clean, that's what proper cleaning style, okay? Like none of you kids with your crash wallop style cleaning. Just good cleans, that's what we do. Oh, when I was your age, I had respect for my elders. I wouldn't just log on to the YouTuberator and then log off again. Where's your respect? You're right where you keep your likes, I suppose. Yeah. I wonder if actually randomly abusing the internet actually works. From the looks of things, no. In my day, we made real opals, none of these cheap manufactured made from rock things. We would actually go out, we would squeeze ourselves a fresh bit of opal juice and then we would let it harden and set. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I am speaking about my arse. Actually, this saw blade sounds very much like the old man, doesn't it? When I was your age, I used to be a proper saw. None of this newfangled, laser-aligned and not going to cut your finger off kind of rubbish. Back in my day, we had real blades. We didn't have to worry about these things wearing out. That was my way of saying we're on the last legs of this particular blade, just in case you were interested. Don't cut through here because it looks like this is a bit of a rough patch. As a matter of fact, you can see it, so I'm just going to cut all the way out down here. Okay, turn this up. You'll see some sand right here. Have to slice through that, thank you very much. Sure, if it's worth it. Don't worry, I've got some other opals if it's not. And if this ends up being a bit of a bum stick, whoops. Try and get right into the action, Charlie. Right in there, come on, right in. That's right. Nothing but action. Action. Tonight on Opals, tonight, nothing but hard opal action. Will it cut? Yes, it will. But will it become shiny? Will it vibrate? Will he figure out which way is up and which way is Just because of my current impoverished health, I probably will not be spending much time out in that cold weather. So bear with me. There will be the occasional cough and sniffle, and I'm sorry about that.
Will he survive the cold weather? Will his voice ever become normal again? Will he be able to impersonate the Emperor? All this on Opal Cutting. With a deep voice, it goes yeah.
Actually, someone did say, make sure you use a deep voice when you're talking, because that makes more people join and trust you and stuff.
I suppose you got this deep voice now, because apparently that's trustworthy.
Doesn't sound trustworthy to me. Yeah, good choice. The 24 people who just left. G'day there, Carla is best. Man, that's a lot of emotion in one name. You did indeed say hi. I can confirm that. We can have an action replay. Yes, she said hi. At the moment, we have a wonderful deal. It's called Likes for Highs. Oh yes, this high is beautiful. I'll give you a greeting and a shout out. Oh, for one amazing prize to find live.
Will the screen ever get cleaned again? Find out now.
Now this is promising. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along this axis too. Reason being there's a chance of cherry blossom happening here. And that little clear patch might actually result in opal. If you're wondering what I'm doing, most people don't understand that opal, even though it looks shiny when you see it, not all opal is shiny. And finding the opal that is shiny is actually quite a skill. And a lot of it is random. So what we're doing is we're going through here and we're slicing this piece of opal up in the odd hope that this piece of potch will result in some shiny opal. There is absolutely no guarantee. So that's half the fun. Just to give you an idea, I'm only planning on spending 45 minutes out here because any more and I reckon I'll badly affect my health. So I'm just a bit sick at the moment, that's all. See? Now, it's not too bad, I just don't want to make it worse. Oh, like, thank you very much, whoever did that. That feels like it was the Opal guy. Or that Opal guy, as he has changed his name. Aha, found it. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. The secret safe is me. I won't tell a soul. I won't mention a word that you did the thing that you said that you didn't want to say that you were going to do or anything, because I'm very trustworthy and I don't talk when people tell me not to talk. Don't worry, I'm not talking. You don't have to use that profanity. Okay. They'll serve you. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that Opal guy has entered the building. As a side note, he's like the stuff I've done, which is really good. Just so you know, Opal guy, I'm chasing a fantasy here. I reckon there might be something just on either side of this cart. Me? Several things. One's a compression algorithm, but that's different to this. This is an Opal. And what I'm going to do is win, lose or draw when this Opal is arc. I'm going to carve it into something called a cabochon, or a cab for short. And if we're lucky, there'll be some sparkle under here, but there's no guarantee there is. Yeah, hello 2024 Cyber. So let's see if this Opal actually has got anything under the hood. Doesn't look very good from here, but we'll see. Not terribly promising. But there is a hit on this corner. This corner is not all hope is lost. Third world? No, this is top of the line, mate. I've done 3 of my teeth this way. It's good for me, it's good for you. So there's a few weak, sorry about this, but I'm going to get technical with the Opal guy. See that crack there? I don't like it at all, but we'll see. Right, I can probably deal with that crack. Honestly, third world country dentistry. Listen, mate, if it was good enough for your mum, it's good enough for everyone. Although she didn't exactly do dentistry. It was quite expensive though. The mouth was involved. I've got an expert here. I'm going to have to keep the audit going here, so I'm going to probably cut along that sand line there as well, Opal guy. Everything else seems hunky-dory-ish. And you're right, even if it's chunky, there will be good double material. I'm intrigued, that might actually result in something, so we've got to go. guys, it's not third world country anymore, it's developing world. Just like your internet. So look what we got now. I'll have a quick look over here. Nothing so far. Yeah, this piece up, I'm just going to call it. Try and take this piece off. Little sliver. That will leave it up again. Now when Opal guy was talking about doublet, what he meant was this is an Opal, but it's not got any colour on it. And if it remains colour free, that doesn't mean it's been very good in the washing. That means it's colour free. What you can do with it is you can carefully carve it back into a flat surface, then put a colourful opal on it, and the dark background will actually help enhance the other opal. It's called doubleting. It's a legitimate opal technique, but you have to declare that you're doing it because it's a modified opal though. There we go, double material. Go back and find out what I said so disrespectfully. Do I have to bend it to break open that? think you intercepted it before I got to see it. Right, enough of this stuff on the way. Looks like this open's getting us nowhere. So I shall remove this from the conservation, and we shall now go on to the more particular way. Let's see how we go. First one first. Got some sand right in the middle there, I think. Try and get rid of that. No choice. That's what you want to get rid of. Don't think that's doing anything either. That's alright, we've got other options. There's a little bit of colour here, so I'll finish this off. You're not going to see the colour, that's the problem. You might see it like a little bit. Right, enhance the colour actually. There we go. Retouch on. I'm going to just wet the screen again, though. So give me a step, finish this, and then I'll make everything much nicer, visually pleasing and things. Let's take these out. Yeah, there's a track that's going to turn that off. Okay, but as for you guys, it's just quite difficult to figure out where exactly the lens is, so it's a bit hit and miss when you're trying to clean the screen. Doesn't show up. There's a little bit of colour there. I don't blame you for not seeing it though. Alright. This guy, however, we should be able to get something. See that? What I might have to do is cut along this little fraction zone here. I don't want to because there's some nice colour there. just see some of the colour there. Quite nice. You see if we can face it so it does more colour. That sand will have to go. You'll have to be careful how you do that. They'll have to be cleaned up once again. Have to be careful. Basically, every spot I'm looking at the moment is a spot where there's colour, and that's dangerous. There's definitely a lot of risk involved in trying to clean up coloured spots. And they've got good opals. The fact that people don't really like to say is very often the reason why there's colour is because of the sand and stuff. Anywho, if this gets too thin, we'll just throw it onto some doubling material, which you just happen to have required, fortunately. The problem is that that looks like a piece of sand that's not going to quit. Have you ever looked at the place? That's a mighty shame. It's tempting to get through it, but man, it's a good opal, but the sand is ruining it. That's that done. Let's see if we can get this sorted. Well, we might get away with it. May yet get away with it. If I do, it's luck, because I should have cut the opal. I should have sliced it down the middle when I had the chance. Gonna have to. No one ever wants to do this. It's inevitable here. There's actually a good piece of sand all the way through it. Common sense. There you go, have a look at that. You can just see that sand all the way through it. I'll have a look at my reload. That's exactly the right place to cut it. Hopefully there's no more. There's no guarantees. Settled, but there's also a chance it'll go straight through to the back and I'll have to cut more off. But them's the breaks. What I can do is I can just miss this side here and that will reduce that impact. It's always a game of compromise. Got another fill? It's a game of give and take. Will have to be done on top stick, but I'm happy with this result. Let me just get behind it up for you. You can just see some of the colours coming through. Well, hello there, Adele. How you doing? I don't know how I'm even doing the stream. I'm feeling very sick. Well, that one works. Just believe goes. Well, we've got cars down this to see if we've got any hope to the back. Maybe. It's not looking that good though. Let me have a look. Let's put it out. So this thing is over on this side, you can see there's a little bit of sparkle. This side, we've got different kind of sparkle. We've got a chunk of sand in the middle. I think that sand is here to stay. I'm going to carefully clean it up. This is a rare piece of open which is going to have, not rare in a good way, it's going to have some matrix sand. It's really meaty. Try and turn this old block into a bridge by carving along here somehow. Yep, that's not going to help. Well, I suppose in a way, yeah. Shattering it into 3 separate pieces. That will work. Dropping one of the pieces on the ground. Yep, that's part of the strategy. Then put this down and it'll just work on this one piece and hopefully it'll somehow come good. Don't know how, but I know how. So I'll show you in a second. The way we do it is just rely on this bit because it's an absolute stunner. Right. Aussie's child. Oh, yeah, I know her. Every male knows her. Relegated to the dog stick, and that'll be harder to manage, but it's got nice Opal on it. A bit white with some gas. Again, as you can see, the cold temperature's outside is not that conducive to me helping clear that. Tiny little Opal. There's potential hope that underneath this is something nice. Bad, but seeing we're in the hunt for the magnum Opal, we don't spend much time in this. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at that time of the day when we're going to be looking for the magnum Opal. This one, quite frankly, doesn't cut it. So no disrespect for him. Come back in, come back in. Come on, you can do it. Yep, there you go. Oh, another like. Thank you, whoever you guys. Our friend Stratospheric Jen. What we've got is a cam on this side, so I'm going to carve it. I see it's in the middle as well, whilst we're doing that, but let's see, this side. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that's gone up. Thank you for whoever did that. just so that you know, and I'm not trying to be crude or anything, but around here we refer to a barbie bush as a macatabi. So, just so you know. Well, there seems to be something in the way. That one's done. Let's try this side. Right, this is the final side. It's got a little bit of colour on it. Wow. Quite frankly, the colours here haven't been that great, but sometimes you have days like that, and I don't think my colour appreciation is as good as it used to be. Not on point because I'm a bit sick of reading.
There we go. Oh, the noise has stopped. And the cotton wool is still in my head, though. I'm looking okay. That's not a, look at you handsome devil, you. That's nothing like that. I'm not looking as bad as I feel, I reckon. Although you might be able to contradict that. Look at you handsome devil. And of course, I'm referring to all of you, my wonderful audience. Slightly truncated tonight because sickness intervenes, but it's been quite a good cut-and session. But we will have a little chat with the bird as. Sorry about all the sniffling. Better than the alternative. No doubt indeed. Now, if you will observe, I haven't been able to fully compensate for the water on the sleeve, so I'm going to have to take this off or else I will catch my death of cold. Here we go. Yuck. Now, Max, would you like a scratch? There's a bit of a standoff here. Yeah. He does not want to scratch. I'm okay. It's just horrible COVID or something, I don't know. We'll talk to you about that wonderful disease at some point. Got some insights for you. Lecky is not wanting to get out of the cage. Everyone's just wanting to have a little bit. I'll get you some seats, don't worry. Everyone's just a little bit over it, guys, and bit over it. Don't really want to do anything. What about you, Pony? What about you? Are you going to be bucking the trend? Oh, here comes some trend bucking. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, what are you going to say, little pony? What are you going to say? I can't imagine the things that are going to come out of your mouth.
Like and subscribe! Like and subscribe! Like and subscribe!
Is that what you said, Pony? Why, I do believe the words came out of her mouth. The old like and subscribe, I'm speaking English trick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I swear on the grave of most likely me. Caught my death of cold, I did. I swear on my grave that I didn't make those words. It was Pony. It was entirely Pony. Wasn't it, Pony? Enjoy that, didn't you? A little bit of a fly. Having been cooped up all day. Come here. Here we go. Come here. That's the way. Up you get. Yoink. There we go. There we go. In you get. Good bit. Sorry about the truncated timing, but actually I'm starting to look like it. A little bit like death warmed up. I got this shirt from Father's Day a long time ago. My daddy shoots people. I didn't think I'd actually be wearing it in a public forum, but apparently I am. Hey, that's a good thing to end on, isn't it? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there's a trapdoor underneath. You've got to be careful. Like and subscribe on the way out. Have a lovely evening, and I'm just going to find out what this button does. Dr. Phil out. Wow!